My name is Alex. I run a comedy entertainment channel called Space Zambonie, but I've always been interested in the paranormal. When I was young, I had my own experiences with the supernatural, but since then I've been a skeptic, explaining away every experience I've had to date. Until today. My team will be going into this home for 2 nights straight to investigate the paranormal. This is Space Zambonie Paranormal Division. There's some ghosts in this house. There's some ghosts in this house. There's some... The following footage shows real people, places, and events. Although a comedic approach is taken for several moments of the show, all investigation segments were taken extremely seriously. All equipment, objects, electronic devices, and evidence is actually real. All experiences had on the show were incredibly real as well. If you're easily scared, or if you fear the paranormal, do not watch this video.
Hi, and welcome to the Space Zambonie CLARYVILLE Farmhouse investigation. We're out here on Red Hill Road. We're going to be here investigating the paranormal. What that means is any entities, spirits, demons, pets, hamster. If you got a dead hamster, maybe it shows up. We're going to be trying out a bunch of different investigation tools and tactics as we enter the house during our first night of investigation. We're going to see what the house has inside. So when I was a young boy, my dad came to me and said, "Son, ghosts are real." I said, "That can't be, Dad. I've never seen a ghost. I've never been near a ghost." And he said, "Who's to say?" And when I said, "Dad, what do you mean, who's to say?" all he kept repeating me was, "Who's to say?" My dad wasn't there that night. It was just me. So I'm here and I'm prepped and I'm ready to start this investigation with the crew, who you'll soon meet. When you guys meet the crew, you're gonna be like, wow, there's a bunch of people. And they are, it's true. So let's start our investigation of the CLARYVILLE farmhouse.
The town of Denning is made up by its 2 parts, Claryville and Sundown. The town was originally settled in by John Bush in 1837, with the first schools opening up in 1845. This house was built not even 20 years later in 1850, making it over 150 years old.
Pulling up to the Claryville house now, gonna do investigation. This is a dumb fucking shirt. This was on purpose to piss off the ghosts.
My name is Justin Sabella, and I'm here to hunt ghosts. Creatively, I do stand-up comedy, I write sketches, I try to write scripts, and professionally, I'm an EMT. Entering the house, it's very cool. You could tell it's very old. Like, they're not trying to make it look old. The house is old.
I think that it has good bones. So when I walked in, it seemed very peaceful. It's beautiful.
It's nice right now, but I know it's going to be a different story when the sun goes down.
Hi, my name is Tony Pagrillo, ex-NYPD officer, current cybersecurity professional, and I'm here with my brother and his team at Space Zambonie.
Tony was tasked with gathering information about the house and area. Some of the information he told me was truly shocking.
There was a plane crash in the mountains. Yeah, there was a plane crash around here in Claryville. Yeah, about 5 bodies were recovered from the accident. Yeah, there was also a few car accidents in the area, and there are some reported ghost sightings. There was a battleground for the Revolutionary War that's about an hour away that apparently they've seen some ghosts at, reportedly. I do want to warn you, there's a cemetery about a 3-minute walk in that area there. So there is a cemetery nearby.
There's a cemetery 3 minutes from here?
The fact that a cemetery was not even a 3-minute walk from our location ended up being a very chilling thought. And the thought of other haunted locations being within our vicinity was also very chilling. But we ended up doing some digging post-investigation and found this area to be in a very strange spot. an hour away in several different locations would lead you to the Shanley Hotel, a location previously investigated by the ghost hunters and thought to be haunted by the spirits of young children.
The locals here, when they're walking down the street, when they get to this hotel, they cross the street. The lure of this place is so great that even the locals try to avoid it.
This place is notorious.
We don't think there's negativity associated with the property.
No, there isn't.
It's just that so many hundreds of years that this place has been here and so many people have passed through, of course it's going to have its tragedies.
Yeah, so all that together just makes this place ripe for activity.
The Stone Arch Bridge, which was said to be a spot where the black and dark arts were used. The Minisink Battleground, where the Battle of Minisink took place in 1779, and 50 militia members from New York and New Jersey were killed. Montauk Mountain House Hotel, which is believed to be one of the possible inspirations for The Shining. And finally, the Ulster County Jail, another reportedly haunted location.
Those who have spent time behind these walls insist the place is haunted by the spirits of inmates trapped inside, and the legend persists to this day.
The now retired corrections officer claims to have witnessed a series of strange sightings inside these walls, things he and about 20 colleagues say defied logic.
I want you to keep in mind that this information was not known during the two-night investigation or the booking of the location.
Bring it in, bro. All right.
Thank you. All right. See you in the house, okay?
Yeah, I know. Yo,
Yeah, take this. Yeah, you take this.
Can you tell Mom I said hi?
I will. I will.
As I finish my conversation with Tony, the rest of the team remains inside, preparing the equipment for the first night of the investigation.
My name is Anthony. I'm the tech guy for Space Zambonie. When Alex came to me with the idea and said, like, we're doing this, I was like, oh, you know, there's like tech stuff that like can be done with this. And he was like, I already got it. And I was like, oh my god, no way, you have like EVP and the night vision and infrared and thermal imaging, and he was like, all of it.
I'm Dan from Space Zambonie. I was told if I didn't show up here I'd get fired.
Hi, I'm Matt. I'm a member of Space Zambonie. We are at Red Hill Roadhouse. My approach for the first night is to not dookie my pants, so that's step one of this evening. On top of that, I just want to see if we could get like an EVP or something like that.
So we're going to set up the two Space Zambonie computers in here.
So we got the regular cameras with the ring lights, we have the infrared cameras,
And microphones and speaker boxes and stuff.
Got to see how those worked, just so that we can get a baseline of how things are before we went into the investigation.
We're going to, I think for the first night, we're going to try to just generalize and see what we can narrow down.
I'm kind of here just enjoy the ride and ask questions and hope I see something, so.
Yo, what's up everybody? What's going on? I know everyone's having fun with the equipment, setting up and stuff, but I got some information on the house. So what I just want to do is, we got a lot of time before nightfall. If we could like rest up, and then maybe in a few hours we'll start getting ready for the investigation.
Mom says hi.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
fuck,
you.
there's another wasp.
There's another wasp.
After professionally handling the wasp, the team rested up in preparation for the first night, because we knew we had a very long night ahead of us.
What's up, guys? We're filming a ghost hunt today, or a ghost search, I guess, more so. We can't hunt if we don't know it's here. We agree on that, I guess. Maybe it shouldn't be called ghost hunting. It should always just be called ghost search.
Ghost searching.
We're ghost searching today.
Logic holds up.
It does.
So ghost mining?
Ghostcaster.
Tell you guys a little bit about the house, or the area in general.
I provided the information that Tony gave us to the rest of the team.
I don't like that.
If you're interested in doing Airbnb at this house, we're gonna try to prove that this house is officially not haunted. You could rent it out, you could rent the space yourself. See it and enjoy it, who knows? Maybe you have a fun story.
From this line, you could very clearly see my original intentions for this video. It wasn't about finding any evidence or even the paranormal. Actually, it was quite the opposite. But I truly believe these two nights changed my entire perspective on the paranormal.
So that being said, we're gonna split up into groups and do like different rooms and equipment in each thing. So we could just start figuring that stuff out.
Sick.
So you guys could stop rolling for a second.
Okay.
For the first night of investigation, we split up into 2 teams, with people rotating and moving to different parts of the house with different equipment on an hourly basis. The first shift started with Jenny, Tony, Dan, and Anthony focused on the bottom floor. Myself, Justin, and Matt focused on the top floor in a room we will later refer to as the painting room.
Okay, we got thermal, we got EVP, and we got night vision, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's start asking some questions.
Is there anybody here with us? I feel like that's basic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
While the ground floor team searches for an audio response and other evidence, the team in the painting room begins using the spirit box.
Is there anybody who used to live on this property here with us in this room right now?
For those of you unfamiliar, a spirit box sweeps radio stations to create a white noise effect. It is believed that this allows the spirits to manipulate the frequency and form words or phrases.
So far, nothing. Is there anybody here with us right now? If there is, can you?
Why don't we just go... If there's anybody here, move something. Anything for us to be able to see it.
Maybe the pots and pans?
Yeah. Move the pots and pans.
That's awful.
Move something. Show us that you're here.
The ground floor team then does an EMF sweep, finding the baseline to be 0 to 4, with 4 being the max seen in the ground floor.
And wants to say anything, please feel free. Open space.
Whoa!
Yeah, ask away.
I
You
saw
got any
some,
questions?
I don't know, I saw some dust or an orb.
During the investigation upstairs, Matt believes he sees an orb or what he believes to be dust. However, due to the excess of dust and the unreliability of orbs, we will not be marking those as evidence throughout this investigation.
I think I'm seeing a lot of dust.
You want to
slide to bed to see if we get extra dust?
Yeah. Dust.
Do some
I'm not seeing
ghost shit. Yeah, I'm not. I haven't seen anything weird.
The team does not hear it at the time, but upon reviewing the voice recorder, during this time we hear what appears to be a female voice whispering into the recorder.
I'm not seeing
ghost shit. Yeah, I'm not.
And what is even stranger is that this audio anomaly does not appear on any of the other 3 cameras we have rolling at the time.
I'm not seeing no anomalies.
Do some
I'm not seeing no
ghost shit.
anomalies.
Yeah, I'm not.
We believe it sounds like a female voice saying the word go.
Let's ask some more questions, because if we at least pick something up, we won't hear it now, but we'll hear it later.
While the others continue their investigation downstairs, we too have a strange occurrence, but from the spirit box. When figuring out how to switch the stations from AM to FM, we receive a strange voice.
There you go, scanning FM.
We believe it sounds like it's saying, "You're in trouble." We are unsure of if that is what it's truly saying or why it would warn us of trouble. However, not too long after this happens.
Do you have batteries back up for this?
It's a charge, you can charge it. Plug it right in.
A fully charged device with a battery that is supposed to last over 23 hours dies in 40 minutes. After the first hour of investigation, we decide to meet up and switch roles.
Oh, what am I doing in the tub room? Do I have a device?
Yeah, I'm gonna set up a camera on you.
Okay. Am I using anything, or I'm just
EVP?
Search tree.
Ask questions.
Yeah, you're just gonna ask questions and keep the recorder on you. And then
I don't even get to know if something's fucking talking to me till after.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yep.
In the kitchen near the sink, there are 2 mirrors facing each other. It's said that two mirrors should never be facing each other because they can cause energy to bounce back and forth between a room. Some even believe it to allow a gateway to be open. For that reason, we had Tony with the spirit box now plugged in ask questions with thermals on. During this, Anthony, Dan, and Jenny now investigated the sailor room. Matt and I investigated the chest room, and finally, Justin stayed in the tub room trying to catch an EVP.
I'm gonna run EMF. We're gonna see if we get any spikes, anything like that. Just gonna ask some questions. And if it spikes, it spikes. If not, right now it's at a case baseline of 0.
My name is Tony. What is your name?
So I think you gotta start by asking a base question
Okay, so
that
like.
you know is like incorrect.
Yeah, you should sit still.
Wow, even that.
Shouldn't it be? Oh, there you go. That's a 1. Okay, so this is a 3. Baseline 4, 3, 4. I just want to get the baseline of like the room before I say.
Yeah.
So 0, 0.
And so if we get any large spikes, then it'd be.
Yeah, so we agree. It's a constant 0, 0. All right, cool.
So, if you're here, now's your time. Now's your time to be heard. It's like American Idol, kind of. But you can't sing.
Although Justin isn't able to catch an EVP, and we continue to maintain a 0 baseline, several things do happen during this time. While Tony's using the spirit box, you can see him slowly become more annoyed and angry during this process.
Or move something. Move one of the pots and pans. If you don't want to talk, it's totally okay. Or move something. Show me you're here. Are we wasting our time right now?
Even telling the spirits or entities to take his energy and asking them if they are wasting his time.
Use my energy if you have to. What is your name? I want to hear it. Use my energy. Speak to me. What is your name? Are we wasting our time right now?
Not too long after this, he gets several responses on the spirit box that he isn't aware of during this time.
What is your name?
When Tony asks the spirit box what its name is, a female voice chimes in with what sounds like 2 names. From our perspective, we hear something along the lines of Jen and James. However, the next time he asks this question, he gets a much more chilling and unexplainable response.
What is your name?
We believe this voice is saying, "Have more respect." What is truly strange about this occurrence is that the same voice comes in across multiple skipping frequencies, saying more than just a single word. We do find 2 more anomalies in this session, where Tony asks what the spirit's name is, and also a moment where it sounds like the spirit is saying, "I'm here."
What's your name? Is there anyone here?
Also during the night, Dan, Anthony, and Jenny attempt to create a way to converse with the energy in the room using the dowsing rods.
You kind of pointed towards the mirror. That made me nervous.
Can you show? Am I allowed to ask any like open-ended questions?
I guess.
It really won't.
That's up to the discretion of the
Like, I would
ghost.
say like, can you point to where you are?
I'm gonna try to not lie.
Oh no. No, 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 no. No, no.
If it stops.
For those unfamiliar, dowsing rods have been used for many centuries in many different cultures. The word dowsing actually means using a rod or pendulum to find something. Everything has its own energy field. This includes animate and inanimate objects. It is believed that these rods are able to tune in to those different energy frequencies.
Was this your room? Right here.
Well, that was kind of yes or no. Is this your room?
Okay, yeah. Is this your room?
Keeps going to that mirror. And it keeps.
Oh my god.
Not in this lifetime.
Okay. I think the baseline I said is keeping it still if it's correct, right?
Yeah, I'd say like no or not answering for standing still.
That was me. Are you a child? Are you in young adult? Have you been dead long?
Oh, I didn't like that. Oh, wait, that's going towards a yes. That is a yes.
All right. Like a half a yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think that is.
It's like, is that enough for you? I'll just keep spinning yes.
Okay.
Oh my god, it stopped at full circle.
I feel like we're confusing this ghost with whether or not it's supposed to move it. Because at first it was a no to move it. Did you just feel something?
You okay?
I heard something.
What'd you hear?
That was not okay. I heard something like tap on the floor, like drop.
It wasn't that noise, right?
No. It sounded like something like clicked.
The clicking noise Dan hears can actually be heard on both cameras. We are unable to determine what actually made this noise.
Because at first it was a no to move it.
Yeah.
Did you just feel something?
I heard something.
Because at first it was a no to move it. Did you just feel something?
I heard something.
As they continue their investigation into the room, they find that the dowsing rod starts pointing either towards the closet or directly towards Dan.
Are you in this room?
That's a yes.
I think so. Can you point to who you're near?
No. That's not okay.
No way.
Good thing I didn't stand over there.
Yo.
Should we ask them if they wanted to open?
Yeah. Permission.
Do you want us to open the closet?
That's a yes.
Oh, if I've ever seen one.
I say we don't open it.
That was 2.
We're not opening that.
Let's see if they moved. Can you point to where you are right now?
Na. That wasn't okay.
I think whoever this is can tell you're really not okay with it.
No.
Going back to Tony with the spirit box, things seem to escalate until a moment where I asked to switch with him. During this moment, something very strange happens. Tony seems to only remember being in darkness the whole time. And when I ask to use his flashlight, he denies using one, encouraging me to do the same.
I forgot this is in the wall. Tony, what light did you have? What? You have a flashlight or what? No. Okay, you just jumped? Yeah, in the dark. On purpose. Try to see if it does do something. You got it.
Tony also claims later that he did not remember asking the spirits to take his energy as frequently as he did. While doing my spirit box session, Jenny, Dan, and Anthony inform us of what's been happening with the dowsing rods in the sailor room. The team decided it would be best to further investigate this room for the time being.
You guys are afraid to open?
Yeah, very.
No.
This is the room you were in?
Yes.
You were asking about the...
Yeah, so originally we were in the bathroom and then when we said where are you? It pointed towards here, so we came in here and then that's when they pointed to the closet.
I can try to mess with the dowsing rods.
Let's do it.
When I did the dowsing rod session, I had a very shockingly similar experience to Jenny, with both rods pointing towards the closet, and even at one point following Dan across the room.
Why is it still pointing those ways?
That's what that means, right?
It's still pointing there and there, even if we're moving back.
So what if you walk towards this way? See if it's still
It's pretty even out for some reason. It won't.
towards you again?
Yeah, it's like Dan in the closet. Whoa! No fucking way. Dude, no. I just got fucking chills. I just got fucking chills.
I really think that whoever it is
that
like
is
getting
no
this
fucking way.
energy and like just really holding
no fucking way. Yeah, it's like Dan in the closet. Whoa! No fucking way. Yeah, it's like Dan in the closet. Whoa! No fucking way.
We decided to take it a step further and blindfold me to remove any possibility of the movement purely being subconscious.
Hey, is there anything in here that wants to talk or look around or point to something? Point to someone? Any energy in this room that makes you more or less comfortable?
While blindfolded, we did not get the same amount of activity or movement. With these results, we are not sure if the movements were purely subconscious or if whatever energy was moving the rods had left the room. Throughout the night, we continued to switch locations and equipment routinely. Matt did a voice recorder session in the painting room, Tony switched to the tub room, as well as the rest of the team utilizing the full spectrum of our equipment. For several parts of this investigation, we had left a motion-activated ball in different rooms to test for activity. We also left the spirit box alone in a room to see if it would receive any signals. During this process, we have one instance where we appear to get a light shining across the ball. However, we cannot confirm if this is paranormal or just a reflection from another light source. As for the spirit box, while it did not receive any messages or voices, it did point out something very strange to us. I want you to pay attention to how the spirit box sounds in this location. Notice there are no dips in frequency or static changes. Now listen here, where we are actively asking questions.
No voice, but the skipping.
Yeah.
If you're here, are you a friendly entity?
We weren't sure what that was. If you were trying to communicate to us, can you try again?
After reviewing the footage, it seems very clear to us that while we did not get a voice, something was messing with or altering the frequencies while we were using the spirit box.
Is there anything that you would like to know about me? Did you always live in New York?
Matt stayed in the painting room, trying to catch an EVP, however did not receive anything. Upon me checking up on him, the following happens.
Oh, the door opened up again.
While we initially believed this could be due to me brushing up against the cabinet, we attempt to recreate this by closing the cabinet and banging into it several times, and it does not open a second time.
It's 86 over here. It got 86.
Is it getting hotter?
It was hot.
Because that doesn't sound good.
It should be noted that while the baseline temperatures were in the 70s, at this moment in the painting room, we received a temperature of about 86, a fairly high deviation from the norm. Late into the night, Justin and Jenny do a Ouija board session. During this session, Dan hears a loud banging noise from upstairs. Tony and Anthony quickly go to investigate. With over 19 hours of footage, the 2 recordings of the Ouija board session are the only 2 files that were corrupted from our main cameras. Cameras we've been using the entirety of our Season 2 content that have never caused a corrupted file.
21. Is there anybody in this home? What is your name?
It's weird that it drops down while you hold it. It's not moving.
Are there any spirits in this home?
When Tony gets upstairs, him, Anthony, and Matt receive an EMF reading of over 40 in what appears to be a solid piece of wood beaming.
What is very strange is that later he attempts to replicate this same reading with all of us in the room and receives a 0.
Had a spike of over 40. And you kept in the same spot? Yeah. Now
we're backing out.
Did you record it? Did you get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to record it.
Okay.
Now it's at 8. It was at 42.
So, but you haven't. And I thought it might have been electricity or something, but no, nothing seems to be running through this pole.
And now it's at 0.
Yeah.
Okay. This implicates that something was manipulating the energy fields or electromagnetic fields. We decide as a team to go investigate the other rooms when the EMF reader drops and find that in the room where we had a baseline of 0.
Now you're coming up towards the lights, so.
9, 8. Me and Matt were running here with 0 though. Complete 0.
We were now sitting at a 9. We ended the night at about 3:30 a.m., with the Ouija board session tested blindfolded with Tony and Anthony at about 3 a.m. During this session, we did not receive any intelligent responses. The next morning, the Ouija board was found on yes and not goodbye, how it was placed when the night was over. And to this day, everyone on the team swears they did not move the planchette, leaving it a mystery as to how it was found on yes. With night 1 at the Claryville house done, and everyone being rested up, it's time to review what we all experienced and get ready for night 2. I could genuinely say that, like, the way our experience was, and being the first time doing this, it was pretty intense.
It was a bit creepy. It was definitely a little bit creepy, but I still didn't feel any bad, like, doom feeling or that something was out to get us. It was still pretty peaceful, but definitely a little creepy with all the lights off, just surrounded by woods, because you never know what the hell's in there.
It was definitely creepy. I did not want to be alone. I did not want to be in, like, the bathtub room alone.
Sucked. Fucking hated it.
That was creepy. That was creepy. The house is beautiful in the daytime, and then when all the lights are out, it's creepy in here.
Oh, it was not okay. It was not fun. That was not... I mean, at nighttime, even with the lights on, it had like a eerie feel to it. I guess that was just like my nerves, like, okay, something's coming, like...
Alex was like, Anthony, go do some EVP in the bathtub room. And I was in there for about maybe, it felt like 10 minutes. It was probably closer to 10 seconds. And I was like, I don't want to be here. And I just walked out.
It was unique, and it was a genuine experience that we all had. And I think it's something that we are going to remember, and we're going to take this experience and move forward from it and become maybe different mindsets, or even more so skeptics for others, and maybe actual experiences for others.
I do see how other people might see it as scary, especially if you're like you're already going into it a little nervous. It makes sense why people might feel that, like, a bit of anxiety, as some people here have felt.
I don't know what happened with other groups, but personally, I know when me and my sister were on the Ouija board, when we first got on it, it moved a little bit, and she swore it wasn't her. I definitely wasn't doing it. After that, it kind of settled down, but there was a big jump in the beginning, and I was shitting my pants.
It seemed when we were asking questions originally that there was a little bit of movement. I really don't think it was either of us. Like, I really tried to keep my hand on there as lightly as possible because I didn't want to have any influence of the little piece. Could it? I don't know. I think it could be something.
The highlight of last night was seeing Dan scared over a bottle moving. That was pretty cool. I didn't see it. I was too busy, I think, playing an app on my phone.
So there was a pill bottle that jumped right over there. So we were in here all just hanging out. We weren't even really recording. And everybody was just relaxed, hanging out. And I saw this pill bottle just like pop up and shake and then land again. Did not go over or anything, and I was like, that's not okay. That was not supposed to happen.
We were working with the rods, and they were spinning and kind of pointing at Dan a bit when we asked to where, if there was a spirit around, and where they are in the room, it kind of kept going towards Dan, so I thought that was very interesting.
The ghost seems to like Dan, which is weird.
The second lights went out, I was like, no, I don't like this. Especially going upstairs. Forget it. Alex was like, yo, Dan, go upstairs, set up a camera real quick. I was like, nope. Somebody else, come with me. I'm not doing it.
The painting room seemed to have a little bit of activity with the EMF.
Just it spiked up to 42 and then went back down, and I tried to recreate that, but I couldn't.
That is odd to me. It's very odd to me. That's not supposed to happen.
There's a lot of project management that kind of has to go on with the cameras and what's going on there. Separating people into different rooms. Sometimes noise from one room will travel to the other room. So that's something that we have to look more carefully at the next time we do it, especially for tonight when we do this again.
The rest of the team says goodbye to Justin and Jenny, thanking them for all their help during the first night. With 2 members from the team now leaving and the investigation needing to be done on a smaller scale, we start to strategize. Before the night begins, however, Anthony and I hear a loud noise near the stairs.
Were you young? Is there a young spirit here? Perhaps fall down the stairs? Tripped? Slid?
The noise was over there, so it's possible like when they answered us, went over there, and then left.
After I asked if it was a kid, didn't I ask if it was you that made the noise, or if it was something else, and then it just baselined again?
It might have just ran.
Was it like, oh, I'm out of here?
Like, yeah, nope, bye.
You know this is serious because I'm not wearing the Zach hat or glasses.
Or
This was just a spur of the moment
filming
thing. We actually heard a noise in that room.
Yeah.
I find this to be strange as the night before, both Anthony and Jenny on separate occasions heard what sounded like someone falling down the stairs.
Like somebody went their foot dragged across.
Really? Where?
Like lightly downstairs while I was by myself.
Alright, come on, Nick. And can we actually get this battery on a charger?
Jenny, where'd you hear it?
It sounded like it was from the living room. I was turned towards like the kitchen table.
What?
Did anybody slip just now?
No.
I swear to God, I just heard something down there.
In the middle of investigating, Tony grabs a camera to record, but we get no further evidence and are also unable to recreate the sound.
Like that. Does that sound similar?
I don't think so.
With this now being in our mind, we start planning the night accordingly, focusing on the locations that have thus far had the most activity. We have 2 major key points in mind this night: isolating the team members and remaining in complete darkness as much as possible with night vision only. What is strange is just going into night 2, the team felt very different. When the energy during night 1 felt light and the team felt fairly normal, during night 2, something was causing almost everyone to feel anxious and more fearful.
You good? No, but whatever. Dude, I'm gonna shit my... this is on recording. I'm letting everyone know. I'm afraid to be downstairs.
Hang on.
I'm scared.
During night 1, I actually felt okay, safe, and I wasn't worrying too much about any activity. But for some reason, going into night 2, something was extremely different. With Anthony and Dan paired up, that left Matt, Tony, and myself to remain in total darkness and isolated from the rest of the team in different rooms. Tony decided it would be best for him to do a small investigation outside to see if there was any energy or activity outside of the house.
Just trying to watch my step because it is pitch black. Can't see anything except through the camera.
Matt stayed in the painting room working on the spirit box exclusively on AM to wean out any additional voices heard on FM. And I stayed at the bottom of the stairs asking questions with the voice recorder. And what we found that night was shocking.
Is there anybody here that previously lived in this house? Oh, God. What happened?
Matt, you okay?
Yeah. I got a no on the voice box.
What? No, that's not okay. What did you ask?
What was the question?
I asked if there's anybody that lived in this house. Is there anybody here that lived in this house? It said no.
What was the question?
You gotta know for
I said,
anybody.
is there anybody here that lived in this house? And the voice box said no. Is there anybody here that previously lived in this house?
I run quickly downstairs to follow up with a voice recorder session. We don't hear it at the time, but listen to what we believe we caught.
Matt was speaking to you, potentially. And earlier...
Right after bringing up that it may have spoken to Matt, we captured what we believe is a scream, and the other cameras do not pick up this sound.
And earlier...
Find this ghost. I've got dowsing rods on me if you want to use them.
I don't.
Do you want to record me using them?
After this point, things only seem to intensify, with not too long after, I end up seeing shadows shoot across the room, and I feel an incredible cold in front of me.
Oh my god. So I did feel a really big chill. Anthony, can we get temps?
For what?
Down here?
Yeah.
I got a massive chill, and I saw what looked like a shadow.
Where do you need a temp?
Go shine the light on me real quick. Because I don't want to change the temperature.
Well, it's an LED.
I saw what looked like a shadow pass.
That might have been Tony.
It could have been Tony outside. Absolutely.
At first, I believed it to be Tony, but upon checking the footage, Tony was on the other side of the house.
But I want to continue making my way. Okay, what is it?
Okay. I saw something go from the water to the chair.
Water to chair?
It was like a dark thing that just went. Whoop.
Where is water?
That big water bottle over there.
This one?
To the right?
This
of
one?
it? Yeah, that one.
To the chair?
To the chair with the wool, the fur on it.
This chair with the fur on it.
Over there.
Okay.
It looked like it went.
Alright, let's try dowsing rods here then.
Tony continues to search the outside of the house, and we are unable to find the source of the shadow inside.
I don't think that whatever we were with, if we were with anything, is with us anymore.
When we meet back up, Dan and Anthony search the house for EMF, and we attempt to use the dowsing rods in the sailor room where we previously had a lot of activity with them.
Is there anybody in here? Hello?
If you are happy here, and you just want to relax and enjoy the property, can you tell us yes on the
spirit box?
Spirit box?
Oh, okay, they're going inward.
I feel it like it's being pulled.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both moving inward. So if it's saying yes, then let's hear something on the spirit box.
Although at the time we interpret this as the spirit telling us it can talk on the spirit box, I believe it was trying to tell us it just wanted to relax and enjoy the home. Because as we continue using the rods, I begin to have a very strange experience. If you are in this room, can you point to where you are? Can you use these dowsing rods to just show us where you are?
Okay, so right hand is moving. It's pointing towards me at the moment. Well, now it's still moving.
So the one in my other hand, is it moving?
Oh, it's moving.
I feel it like it's getting pulled.
Okay, on your left hand? So your left hand moved a little bit.
Getting pulled.
Okay, so your left hand is pointing. I'm gonna point the camera at it.
You guys are afraid to?
Yeah, sorry.
No.
You know what? Hey. If you are here, can you try to use the spirit box to talk? It's a lot more reliable than these dowsing rods. I know last time I said that you swung them around. But if you could try to use the spirit box, you're doing it again.
Okay, right stick just moved in.
Can you try to use the spirit box to talk instead of... Oh my god.
What?
I feel like they are magnetically connected, hitting on my left hand. I feel like it's magnets.
Okay, well, yeah, the right one's definitely stuck on your left hand.
It feels like it's magnetically pulled. I've never felt... While during the other sessions, it felt like the dowsing rods were gliding across the room, it now felt like someone was holding the end and pulling it back and forth across the room. This was a feeling that up until this point, I had not experienced. The more I continued using the rods, the more intense this feeling became. In this room, I feel it like it's being pulled around the room, the rods, which I haven't felt that in other rooms before. At one point, you could even see my hands being jerked as if the rods were being tugged and then staying in the same position.
So for a second, I just want to turn off night vision to show that we can't see anything without night vision. Look, that's without night vision, everybody. You can't see anything. So this is back on with night vision.
After a moment where the rods point to the bathroom, we decide to continue the investigation from there. Notice how I try to avoid using the dowsing rods until a point where I see it absolutely necessary, as we are getting no response from the spirit box. Try to use this spirit box. I don't want to hold these out right now. I want you to try to use this box to communicate. You try to say anything, a word, sound, a grumble, a noise, a voice, your name. Are you familiar with this house? I'm going to use the dowsing rods again.
Okay.
After I start using them, I feel immediately like something does not want me to talk or ask questions. They should be. I'm going to stop talking. I feel like it.
Oh, okay. The left one is moving. It looks like it's straightened out, the left one.
I feel like it doesn't want me to talk. Or whatever's here.
Okay, well.
Like my friend's questions?
Okay, they moved out all the way out.
What do you mean out?
Like they're both pointing outwards.
That's a solid no, right? Not too long after that, one of the strangest feelings I've ever had occurs. I feel as if both dowsing rods are pushing very intensely into my chest, almost as if someone's hand were pushing onto me. They're hitting me right now. I feel them on my chest.
Wait, what?
They're not hitting my chest?
No.
I feel them on my chest.
They're not even touching your chest.
I feel them in the middle of my chest.
Is there somebody
I
pressing
feel them
on Alex's chest?
They're not on my chest?
No, they're outwards. Matt, you can see the rods?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Because I see a glow on them.
I'm gonna turn off night vision real quick. Oh, I can't see anything.
I feel them on. Yep. The session is thankfully interrupted by Dan and Anthony, who claim they've received a high EMF spike and would like us to investigate. Yeah.
Once you got pressed on your chest.
I felt like this.
Really? It was interesting because when you were saying that the routes are completely out.
Like by your arms.
It felt like,
yeah.
It felt like this.
Yeah, that's strange.
Like that, like it was pushing on my chest.
That's interesting.
So I jokingly said to Dan, what about the creepy room? And he was like, no. And then I was like, but Dan, and then it was like at like a baseline of 8, which I was like, that's not terrible. But then it jumped up, I moved it here and it jumped up to 15. Mm-hmm. And then went right back down to like 4. And it's been sitting at 4, but now it's at like 0 and 1.
We investigate the EMF reading and attempt to recreate the spike from 0 to 15, and we are unable to do so. The team also does another dowsing rod session. At this point, I feel 0 magnetism like I felt upstairs, and we get 0 responses.
This room before, do we know what the baseline was?
We also find it strange that the bottom floor now hits 8 on the EMF reader.
It's 8. Is it normal for 8 to be here?
Got a 1 for a second. Up to 4 right here. Setting power line. Is there something that's picking up?
I know the power line's here.
It's still just 4.
We decide to split up once more with myself and Dan going into the painting room where we've had thermals running, and the rest of the team goes with the rods to the tub room.
So we got dowsing rods. EVP is still going?
While upstairs, the camera we left on the tripod running experiences this glitch. One of the 2 only glitches it has the entire trip.
Alright, I'm going to start asking you some questions. Hopefully you're comfortable with that. Are you comfortable with that? I'm just asking to be nice just in case, but I'm going to start, okay? Were you ever in or around this house?
In the painting room, I asked several questions to try to get a response from the spirit box.
Was there ever a young boy in this house that may have passed? Is there an old man or an elderly man that may have passed? Maybe an elderly female. Can you give us a voice?
This was one of the first responses we heard with our bare ears.
Maybe an elderly female. Can you give us a voice?
Not only was this response found on AM, but the response seems to be one that is intelligent, responding when I ask for an older female.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? You heard that? That was an older woman's voice, correct?
From this point forward, things only seemed to escalate. Myself and Dan rushed into the other room to try to tell Tony and Matt about the response we received on the spirit box. During this time, Tony and Matt are also getting responses from the dowsing rods.
Are you a female spirit? Are you a male spirit?
Okay.
It's a person.
Wait, it's moving in. It's moving in. The right hand's moving in a little bit. Oh, it's still moving in.
Really?
Yeah. You see it?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, looks like they're...
Are they crossing?
They're about to cross.
Are you able to cross them to make it confirm that, so the last question was a male spirit?
Okay, they're crossed.
Alright. Are you able to reset them to where they're both straight, pointing outwards at the top? I felt like they tapped each other.
Yeah, they're moving back out. It's moving back out.
But what we don't know at the time is while we're going to tell them this information, this happens on the thermal cameras. The thermal cameras not only drop to negative 150 degrees Celsius, they spike up in extreme heats, down in extreme colds, and then slowly return back to the normal temperature. This is not only the first time it happens over the course of the 2-hour recording, but the first and only time it happens across every single piece of footage we have on thermals.
Back out. Move back out.
Did you guys get anything?
Yeah, we're getting to
Okay.
This one's a male spirit.
Are you comfortable with more people being in this room? Are you serious? Is it okay that I have my friends in this room with multiple people? Does that count as a yes? Can you move the left stick a little inward to cross a little bit more to confirm that it's okay that more than one person is in this room?
Okay, the right stick's moving in more. And now the left stick moved in, they're crossed.
That's a yes, yeah. Alright, are you able to reset them to let us know that you're here?
Okay, they're moving out slowly moving out.
I don't even feel them move.
Really?
Yeah. I felt it tap. It felt like are they together?
Yeah, they're uncrossed. They're uncrossed.
They're uncrossed?
Yeah, well, they're uncrossed. Yeah.
Yeah, they went back to normal.
They're exactly straight.
Wow. I just gotta chill.
Okay, now they're straight now.
Did you try speaking to my friends in the room next door?
Ask if he knows a female that day.
If you're a male spirit, do you know a female spirit that was trying to communicate with my friends next door?
The right stick looks like it's slowly. Yep, it's moving and right stick's moving in.
Oh, yeah, I feel it moving. Are you able to move the left stick as well? To confirm a yes?
Oh, there we go. Left stick.
Oh my god.
Ooh, I got the chills big time. Yes, they're touching.
Yep, they crossed. They're definitely crossed.
Okay, can I tell you what just happened in the other room?
What happened in the other room?
We were asking in the other room. We had the spirit box
answering our questions. Oh.
Okay. So in the other room we had the spirit box. we're asking, like, old man, old woman, female child, adult child.
Yeah.
When we said, "Are you an older woman?" we heard a woman's voice on the spirit box. And it sounded like an older woman's voice on the spirit box. So
let's see if we can get the guy talking on the spirit box.
We can totally try.
Initially, we get no response, but tensions are very high as this night seems to already have a lot more activity than the night before. Across this one voice recording session, we were able to find some of the most chilling EVPs we've ever heard. Things begin very strange, as almost immediately upon starting the recording, Anthony goes to get the camera from the tripod to use handheld. He sees what he believes to be a visual phenomenon.
This is it. Yeah, I just saw something on camera.
Is it me flashing the light around?
No. It slowly went up.
Although, as we said earlier, we would not be counting orbs as evidence, this happens as well. With over 19 plus hours of footage, this is the second and only time this camera glitches. And what appears to be even stranger is a light anomaly that crosses as the camera glitches.
Okay, almost crossed.
Oh, it feels like they're touching. Are they touching?
Yeah, they're touching.
Are they crossed or are they just touching?
Well,
just touching.
Yeah, just touching. Oh, now they crossed. They just crossed.
When Anthony heads back into the room, we catch a voice from the spirit box that sounds like it's saying the word traitor.
Okay. Oh, what the hell was that? Yeah, that was like a deep something.
Once again, we actually all hear the word being said on the spirit box.
Oh, what the hell was that? Oh, what the hell was that?
About 2 minutes later, I ask if there's a reason the dowsing rods are pointing to Tony. We actually get another female response from the spirit box, but this time we are unable to decipher what it says.
Is there a reason that you're pointing to Tony? Because I feel when I was holding the rod, you were pointing to Tony as well.
When Tony later tries to communicate with the spirit, activity seems to be way more evident, not only on the dowsing rods, but also with an intelligent response. When asked,
"Are both the male and female spirit in this room? Cross the rods for yes, spread them apart for no." Did you hear something about that?
I thought I heard something, but I don't know. Because it sounded like a no.
Listen closely, as we believe we received a no.
Spread them apart for no. Did you hear something about that?
The last response we get in this room seems to be the strangest, as when Matt asks, "Do you like to be together?" in reference to the male and female spirits, we get yet another intelligent response, which sounds offended by the question.
"Do you like to be together?" "Do you like to be together?"
We hear this spirit saying, "Fuck you."
"Do you like to be together?"
You want to go back to the painting room?
Let's see. Should we go back to the painting room? That's something close enough.
Should we go to the painting room?
Dan needs a timeout. Dan needs a timeout. Yeah, that's okay. Let's take a look.
I can't do this.
Too much is going on?
It's okay. I feel like 2 guys is too much for me.
After 2 nights of investigating, Dan is unable to continue, stating that the whole thing is too much to handle. But with the spirit box off and tensions high, I hear a disembodied female voice with my own ears.
It's okay. It's better to not.
Ghost Adventures normally just does one night.
What was that?
Dan,
What?
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 I was gonna say, Dan, Anthony, you guys want to...
Wait. Shh. I heard a little girl.
What?
Little girl? So you think
I heard-
the female ghost is a little girl?
I heard like a little girl.
Are you recording? Is this?
I just started rolling.
Was that one recording the whole time?
Is this one recording?
This one's been recording.
Adventures normally just does one night.
What was that?
Adventures normally just does one night.
What was that?
Dude, I don't even want to, be doing this right now.
Anthony and Dan officially call it a night at this point and head down into the safe room. However, we continue moving the cameras into the painting rooms in a final attempt to get a response. Several things happen right off the bat. 2 cameras that have been previously plugged in were now both dying.
When we unplugged it, it was still dead battery.
It was downstairs charging.
Right.
Even when it was set up, it was still charging downstairs.
Alright, let's do this.
Xbox.
Sorry. Yep.
Scanning. FM.
FM, then I gotta switch this.
Look.
It's
Scanning.
What? Which corner? That corner?
I can't show it. It's not showing. Where's the corner? Okay. We have auto detect on us, picking up a face in the top right corner. I can't show it. It's not going to show in the footage. And the 3rd camera detects a face in the top right corner that isn't there. We are unable to show the face as it was on the viewfinder and I'm unable to record it at the time. Another unusual find is when Matt is using the dowsing rods. He asks the entity that's communicating with us, "Are you able to reset these dowsing rods for me?"
They're crossed right now.
Are you able to reset these dowsing rods for me? Back to where they're both straight, facing the window.
This voice seems deeper and stranger than all the voices prior, and it sounds like it's saying, "Help me cross over." Could it be something requesting to cross over to the other side, or could it be something more sinister, requesting assistance to make its way into our plane of existence?
I still feel like these are. I feel it chill, and I feel that these are like magnetized.
Wait, you're feeling that?
Yeah.
I was feeling that before.
I got a real hardcore chill.
It's like they're magnetized.
Like they're glued to each other.
Oh yeah.
Regardless of what it is, Matt gets the feeling that the dowsing rods are magnetized. Shortly after, Matt opens his eyes and realizes that the feeling from the dowsing rods was unexplainable.
Please give us
like tapping together.
Can you please give us your male voice through this spirit box?
You alright? Yeah, no, it just was like really strong. I'm sorry if that upset you.
Maybe if we're all feeling that, maybe we should stop for the night.
You think so?
If Matt, you felt uncomfortable?
After I see Matt experiencing the same feeling I had, I do not want to push the investigation any further, and I decide to close down the entire investigation.
So I felt that in the other room before I felt it pushing in on my chest. Remember?
Yeah.
I was saying that. Maybe
Felt like it was like
I told you it was like magnetized, it was doing that. Big time.
Then I got like a really, really strong chill.
Okay. Maybe we should stop for tonight. We did get a lot of evidence. Now we have the Dan and Anthony's worried energy.
Yeah,
we don't want to frighten anything, scare anything, or bring anything of a worse presence here.
We decide the energy is too strong and no longer feel comfortable in the house. While we originally planned to leave 9 a.m. the next day, we ended up leaving at 2:45 a.m., quickly packing everything and leaving.
So this is us. We're leaving at...
Just fled the scene?
Yeah, at 2:40... was it 2:51?
After getting home, we sage both our houses, and not long after reviewing the evidence, we see the experience was even crazier than we thought. We find EVPs we didn't hear at the time, including this one.
I'm gonna put the light on.
Okay. Then let's get that camera to do the...
Yeah.
We find this EVP at the very end of the recording, after the cameras are done rolling and Matt turns the light back on. In these final moments where we feel everything escalating, we believe the entity or spirit to be saying, "I win." And based on how the night ended, we feel like it did.
Hey guys, it's Brandon Alvarez from Ghost Hunters. Good luck on your investigation. Always remain logical, stay practical, find the natural explanation first, and go from there. Good luck, and hopefully you find some good evidence.
The Space Zamboni, that's fantastic. You guys are heading out on your very first paranormal investigation. The main thing is to go out and have fun, you know. You know, don't go in there with any sort of preconceived notions of this place is haunted, this place isn't haunted. You never know. But have fun. You know, be respectful. You don't know who you're talking to. And just like I say, just have fun with it. You know, you're going out there as a team. You know, just be yourselves, but you know, be careful. And like I say, you know, have fun.
Matt, say hi.
Hello.
So this camera's night vision. This is the same technology they used to hunt Osama bin Laden, and we're using it to look for ghosts.
Yeah.
What if you move towards the painting?
Whoa!
Ow.
But that's also against the wall. There's no electricity.
Yeah,
let's look at. Let's.
Yeah, they could absolutely.
Yeah, move the painting onto the bed.
Yeah, so
We almost shit our pants.
Holy shit!
Beautiful
That was.
We'll start with asking some questions. I think my fucking foot hit that. All the ghosts are fucking with me right now.
I was probably a lot more chill the second night. It's creepy in this house. It's scary. I'm a scared little poopsie boy.
In your opinion, who was the most scared?
That was in my opinion, between Dan and Anthony. I feel like they were like the most like Shaggy and Scooby of the group. It's like they even had to call it quits while Alex, Matt, and I continued, and we sent them down to the what we call the safe room downstairs.
A part of me really wants to believe, but I'm really skeptical in terms of that.
So yeah, my opinion of the paranormal has definitely changed. Where I felt going into this, I was so much more skeptical, and coming out of it, I feel like, oh wow, like I felt like Han Solo in Star Wars. I always tell everybody, I'm like, it's true, all of it. Like it's all those experiences that people have, like whether it's true because they believe it or whether it's true because it's something paranormal, it's true.
My nickname after we reviewed the footage was Duracell, because, like the battery, because I was offering up energy for these consciousness entity, whatever you want to call it, to try to do things, to try to move things or talk.
There was nothing that was paranormal. Everything was explained. Nothing spooky or scary. It was all very timid.
The whole thing is called The Haunting of the Claryville Farmhouse. I think it's haunted.
When the ghosts started to point the dowsing rods at me and slide into my DMs, it was, that's when the anxiety.
Originally, I just thought we were going to go in there and we were going to find nothing and we'd have to figure out some way to make it funny that we didn't find anything. That was the original intention behind it, and that's what I went up there thinking was going to happen.
In all honesty, after this experience, I'm a lot more firmer of a believer in the paranormal. Because before, I was just like, yeah, we're going to go up there, we're going to have fun, we're going to be blasted every night. That didn't even happen. Sure, I had a drink in my hand, but I was far from blasted at all.
Don't know if I had an aha moment right then and there, but after watching footage and hearing stuff that I didn't hear right in the moment, I had more of that, oh, there's something. It's different to watch it on TV versus being the one sitting there trying to think of good questions to ask.
I've watched all the other shows with my mom and my sister, and it was always like, I don't know, that seems kind of, whatever, like anybody can do that. And when you're there and you're in the moment, it's like, and I can't just like
change a channel to make the scary thing go away.
We went into the house. We all chose rooms. So Tony chose a big tub room.
Anthony was originally offered the painting room, and he said no. So Alex said, "Okay, I'll sleep in the painting room." I was like, "It was already determined we were sleeping together. If you're going in that room, I'm going in that room."
Okay, but they were gonna put me in murder room. They would put me in painting room. Painting room. Nobody wanted to sleep in painting room.
Anthony slept at the foot of our bed, like as Alex would say, like Scooby-Doo.